What is going on, guys? Penzik here with the Reaper Gaming. Today I've got the Gskill Ripjaws MX780 gaming mouse here for an unboxing. This is the RGB edition. I picked this up off of Amazon for just under $40 on sale. Normal retail, this is supposed to list at about $45. Currently it's sitting about $41.50. So I got about 15 off. I think total with my discount was 26.89 with my employee discount from Amazon itself. I will leave a discount in the description below. That way, if you guys want to go check this out, you can. But we're going to do the unboxing here. We're going to see what this mouse has to offer and see if it's going to work, because this one's about had it after it's been dropped a couple times from the cats and stuff like that. So overall packaging, get you guys a look here. The Ripjaws. See if we can get the camera to focus a little bit better. MX780 gaming mouse. So let's go over the features here up front first. 8200 DPI laser sensor, 8 programmable buttons, 3 zones, custom RGB lighting, ambidextrous, and height adjustable design. So this one should have adjustable side plates that we'll take a look at here. Side profile, back of the box. Gskill unified driver system for full customization, gaming grade of Vago laser sensor, tracking up to 150 IPS and 300G or 30G acceleration, 512 kilobyte onboard memory, store up to 5 profiles, PTFE glide pads, 20 million click life cycle, and up to 1,000 hertz polling rate at 1 millisecond. So let's see. Let's get this thing open. Let's see if we can get it open. Haha. Nice little display there. I mean, showing off the mouse itself. Inside, ambidextrous constructions. There's the driver system, all the stuff we went through. The pads, it looks like the pads are all adjustable. It says this pad back here is adjustable between 8 to 11 millimeters. And then there's customizable weights as well, which is, like I said, I've got big hands, so I'm stuck with bigger mice, or else they just don't feel right at all. So, you know, overall presentation and quality of the display for the mouse is fantastic. I love when packaging does this stuff, so you can actually get a physical idea of what the mouse really looks like. It's because some of the images, you know how they do it, guys. They Photoshop it, they kind of edit it, they make it look like, you know, the cheeseburgers on a commercial and the ice cream. You know, they make it look good, and a lot of times it's never exactly what you get. So let me see. Let me get out my old crappy beat up knife here. We don't need the big blade. Let's get this thing popped open. There we go. This one should do it. 2 security stickers up top. Yeah, this knife's dull as can be. It's actually, so my old garbage knife is so beat up and dull, it didn't even cut the sticker off. It just kind of peeled it off to the side. That's fine. Be able to get it open. And it's doing the same thing with the second one. Maybe I should get this thing sharpened. I don't know where my other one went. Go. So the box is empty, nothing else in the box. Throw the box aside. Instruction manual. Braided wire, that's a nice long cable there. Internal packaging is nothing but the plastic shell casing. Let's get this apart, set it aside. Let's take a look what it comes with here. So, one weight, 4.5 grams. Second weight, that's 4.5 grams. Extra side pad. It looks like they may be magnetic, which wouldn't be my favorite option there, just because they can come off. And then, unfortunately, it looks like they opted for the magnets. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that here. Let's see if it focuses. There we go. That's sort of good enough. Focus. Do it that way. So the magnets themselves look like they're hot glued in. So Gskill took a very, very cheap approach to incorporating the magnets into their system, which, you know, I don't know about you guys, but lately hot glue has become one of those pet peeve things, especially when you're getting through all the videos that have do-it-yourself instructions and they're hot gluing spinning blades to stuff, and that's just not the way to do it. Um, so overall, first impression, just holding it, it's light, it's compact. There's not a ton of weight to it. Um, it's a little smaller than I would like it to be, but I can adjust it. So there's still adjustments that we'll be able to make. But I mean, initial feel, I like the thumb rest on the side. That's nice. You're not dragging anything. It's extremely comfortable the way it sits. It supports my thumb. It lets me know I'm on the side here. We got two buttons tucked in under the main button on the top. We got a center, right, and then two buttons on the right. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7 total buttons, and your scroll wheel, obviously. Front wire, I mean, it's in there. It's screwed together, plastic housing all the way around. It's screwed together, clamps together. They actually have, looks like a nut and screw that goes through on each side, so it's not just screwed into the plastic, so the plastic doesn't strip out. There's actually a nut and a screw that clamps together, and it's in there pretty firm. It doesn't feel like it's going to come out under normal use, even with a little bit of a tug. It's not going to come out. Right side also has a little bit of just a ledge for your finger to rest on, which is good. Let's do this. Let's get an idea how long the cable is. The cable seems pretty long. I'm 6'6", so we probably got about a 7-foot cable here, which should give you more than enough room to do what you need to do. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So the side plates, as much as I like the concept of quick detachable side plates, they're magnetic. And that's something that I don't really want in computer accessories, especially a lot of times because it's going to be around the stuff I work on. And you know, magnets work with computer components, especially with the magnets being hot glued in. It's not hard to replace one of these things if we lose them, but I've got cats running around and everything else. So here's how our weights work. Under each side panel, it looks like there's a little slot for them to drop in. And the weights themselves are rubberized, so it feels like they're held in pretty tight. And then you would just clip the panel back on. So let's see what the difference is here. Ambidextrous. So you have two extra side panels, so if you're right-handed or left-handed, you can pop the panels off. And you can go right to a left-handed setup. So this would be great for you guys who need comfort in a gaming mouse. It's ambidextrous. So we have the option to go right-handed or left-handed. I'm not left-handed, so we're going to stick with the right-handed setup. I'm going to throw the extra weight in there now, just to get it in. I want to see how it feels. Then underneath, screws all the way around to keep the base. And then the bottom actually feels like it's a brushed aluminum. Let's check just to make sure. So the bottom actually feels like it's an aluminum plate that's brushed. It's definitely, I don't think it's plastic. It doesn't feel like it's plastic. We got our slide pads and everything down here. You can see the opening in the bottom for the wheel itself, which would actually make it great for cleaning out hair if you guys have long-haired animals or anything like that in there, like my wife. So I don't have to clean out the hair there. The clicks feel pretty solid. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let's see. It's definitely a firm, you know, it's been clicked. Side buttons are a little spongy. And I mean, I guess it's more of a case of getting used to it. They're not out as far as I would want them to be, which means it feels like I've got to reach more with my thumb instead of just kind of, I've got to reach instead of just kind of rocking to it. Especially the front one, I've got to reach a lot. Top one, I'm not going to use for much of anything. The side ones, normally what I'll do is I program for like reloads. Any of the games that I have that have to, got to reload. If I can keep moving without having to reach for the R or anything, I'll program a reload here. That way I'm right where I want to be. All right, let's plug this in. I want to see how it looks light-wise. I'm going to just plug it into the front panel of my computer for now. There we go. So it's setting up the mouse. It instantly recognized what kind of mouse it was. There we go. So the mouse is all set up. There's our LED lighting. So we got LED lighting here towards the back, both sides, and then right down in the scroll wheel itself here. Let's shut that off. Let's shut the light off. See, that'll pick it up a little bit better. Not the best, but all right. So what this does do is it comes with driver software. I'm going to install the driver software here, and we're going to take a look at what we can do with the driver software and go from there. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So we're back here. We got the program installed. As you can see, we've got some customizations here on our basic page for macros, stuff like that. Left-hand mode. We've got our LEDs. We can adjust all of. Is that a button? No. Scroll forward, scroll back, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's go into settings here real quick so you guys can see the settings. So you can adjust your double click, your Windows pointer speed, mouse wheel scroll speed, lift off range, and then your DPI and everything else, your pulling rate. Everything's customizable in here. Center button controls your DPI, so you can adjust your sensitivity from really, really slow to, mid-range, all the way up to extremely sensitive. Depending on your preference, and then you can fine tune it in between there for each one and program it, as well as your pulling rates. I don't know if you guys can see it. As of right now, it's in a color cycle phase. It's just kind of rolling through all the colors. So let's go over to the lighting, background lighting. Let's see what the background lighting does. So the background lighting actually adds lighting to the whole inside of the mouse. Effect lighting, where we're just getting our color cycle, our color shift itself. There you go, guys. I think that'll help you. That'll go through its phases. Lighting sync with system, which I've got the Asus Aurora stuff installed, just because I'm running a ROG Strix 480, the Crosshair 6 Hero motherboard, all the RGB sync. So we're going to see if it syncs, as well as I've got the Gskill DDR4 3200 megahertz RAM in my system. So we're going to sync everything up with the Aurora. So let's see if that'll even pull up. I don't even know if I have it installed yet with the most recent install. I am kind of curious, guys. Give me 1 second here. We're going to pull up our Aurora lighting. There we go. Sync all. Let's come up to static. We're only showing the motherboard and RAM. Graphics card's on its way back from Asus. But we're going to have to sync everything at shutdown. We're going to do the mouse, everything. So when I reset, everything should sync together, especially with Gskills, because the Aurora's platform itself will recognize the RAM and all that stuff. You can actually disable lighting too if you wanted to. Shut it off in case you don't like it at night. You got that option here. Let's see what other things we have in here. Check update, export all profiles, basic settings. It's going to take you to Gskill's website. What's the W do? Let's open up on PDF. What is this? I think this is warranty. So gaming mouse has 2-year limited warranty on it. So the mouse does come with a 2-year warranty. The only thing that I did miss, guys, and I apologize for it, that I noticed while I was hooking up the the mouse itself was, let me get rid of this one here, window capture. I missed the adjustment tool for the back piece. So I'm going to pull that out. There's the adjustment tool in there. It's a little thumb screw setup with an Allen key hex head on the end, which goes into the Allen key hex head on the bottom to adjust your back pad. So right brings it in, left takes it out. So let's see. Oh, there we go. So it's adjusting it slowly but surely. Um, so that's how everything works there. Brings it up, pushes it in, and adjust the height there. But oh, even a little G.skill logo lights up. That's always nice. Didn't notice that. Something new. I'm going to mess with it for a little while. I'm going to see how I like it. I'm going to go from there. And if I continue to use it, I'll do a follow-up on it, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, just leave a comment in the section below, and I'll answer it to the best I can.